And welcome back to Echo Base Network, where you guys, our community, keeps Star Wars. God dang, I suck at this. Yeah. Welcome back to Out of Practice. And welcome back to Echo Base Network, where we do all things Star Wars, and you, the community, keeps Star Wars alive. A lot of people have been concerned lately with this Leslye Headland interview. We covered the article, the interview that Leslye Headland did, and there were so many things throughout the article worthy of hitting. And we hit those, and my expectations for the Acolyte is not very high. As a matter of fact, it continues to go down. That my expectations of this show has been pretty low from the get go. I hope it's great. I hope I'm wrong. I want to like it. I want to like everything Star Wars. But the reality is that's just not where we are with the IP right now. This is not. So what we want to do is I want to play you guys a clip of Star Wars Theory's latest video covering Leslye Headland and what he said specifically about why he is concerned about the Acolyte. He says it perfectly, and he is the leader in the Star Wars community on YouTube, and he is a friend to our channel, and we very much appreciate him. So here is Star Wars Theory, and I'll be right back, and we'll go through these comments together, and I want to get what you think as well.
That kind of a character development comes from just being creative in itself, but to know the characters backwards and forwards, and you can only really do that the best way possible by being fans of this franchise since you were a little kid, not just, hey, I got hired for this job for Star Wars. I've never seen a single one of them. I didn't even know Luke and Leia were brother and sister. And to think that that's going to give a fresh spin on Star Wars because they don't know any of the lore or anything, minus, mind you, she's saying she's doing her due diligence, but really, how much due diligence can one do compared to, let's say, a fan like you or I, or some of these, like Dave Filoni, for example, who is in that position to be making these kinds of shows. You compare it to someone, let's say Rian Johnson was a big Star Wars fan. Let's say J.J. Abrams was a big Star Wars fan. But look at what they created. It wasn't necessarily well received all across the board, much like The Mandalorian was. We can agree that The Mandalorian was more well received unanimously than perhaps the sequels, The Last Jedi or The Rise of Skywalker or whatever. And that is simply because the two people behind The Mandalorian are not only extremely creative, which I'm not taking anything away from the other people, like Rian Johnson and JJ, whatever you think, whatever you want of them. I'm trying to say that the amount of knowledge that they have and passion that they have for this franchise completely outweighs anyone else before them.
Agreed. 100%. Totally agree with Star Wars Theory there. I think it's really important that if Star Wars is going to be good, that we actually hire people that know Star Wars and love Star Wars and has a passion for Star Wars. That is why The Mandalorian works. That's why it's good. Somebody who doesn't know Star Wars would not have given us Luke Skywalker in Chapter 16 of The Mandalorian and caused a comeback of fans temporarily. And now you mess it all up again, and it just goes back and forth like a ping pong game or something. Well, let's look at the article, guys, and go through just her comments real quick. So Leslye Headland says right here, first of all, I really wanted people that were different than me. I certainly didn't want a room full of people that were just agreeing with me vehemently. I agree with that. We don't want yes people. I agree with that. George needed people who were not yes people. Not ideologically, but artistically. People that kind of had different writing styles or were interested in different things and all that kind of stuff. Mostly what I looked for were people that I felt could execute a great script, number one. And then in the job interview, just really talking to people who had different life experiences than I did and had different connections to Star Wars than I did. Okay, I'm okay with this so far. I'm, uh, so far it's okay. This isn't the problem, though. Let us continue. What I also learned about hiring my room is that everyone's fandom was very different. No one had the same experience with Star Wars. There were people like myself that were like later in life Dave Filoni acolytes. I literally had one writer that was like, I have never seen any of them. I've never seen any Star Wars media. And she's texting me before we started the room. She's like, Luke and Leia are brother and sister. What the? And then she's laughing. And it was so great because I would really love to know from someone who is not fully immersed in this fandom, what do you think about the pitch we just made? So Leslye Headland, and she said it in other comments that she thought it was important to hire people who were not Star Wars fans, along with people who are Star Wars fans. So she could lean on both. It sounds good. It sounds okay from a perspective. But then when you really sit back and think about it, Star Wars is a created universe by the master George Lucas. And whatever we're going to get in said universe needs to be along the same lines. You need to know Star Wars if you're going to make Star Wars. Kind of like, I don't know, if I was going to open up a donut shop and hire you who have never eaten donuts before, probably wouldn't go over too well. You don't know what you're doing. And I don't want to just hire you to run the cashier or the cash register. I want you to actually be the manager and you oversee everything, the product, everything. No, that's not a good idea. It's really important. Star Wars is in such a fragile state that we need it to be good. We do, we do, we do. So what I want to do is I want to spin this the coach echo based network way. And what I want to say is with my expectations, here's what I am going to do. If the Acolyte comes out and it meets my expectations of it not being good, I'm not a fan of it. There's whatever you want to have the problems with. It doesn't feel like Star Wars because people are writing it who are not Star Wars fans. There's too much real world political agenda in the movies, and you know where I'm going there. If all of that is happening in the Acolyte, I'm not going to be a fan of it. The majority of Star Wars fans are not going to be a fan of it. Nobody's going to watch it. And that's a great opportunity for us to yet again show Disney we're not going to support that. Sorry, not going to do that. Give us good Star Wars. And that is what we have done, guys. We are in the middle of the situation right now where we are showing Disney, continue to show Disney that we are supporting Favreau, Filoni, and The Mandalorian. And as of right now, that's it. That's it. You haven't given us anything else. Some of you like the Bad Batch. I'm kind of in the middle on it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. But maybe it's just too cartoony for me and I want some more adult driven themes. Don't take that the wrong way. I don't know, guys. I am dying for some more live action Star Wars. I'm really looking forward to the Book of Boba Fett. I'm really looking forward to Ahsoka. I'm really looking forward to Kenobi, the Acolyte, because who is leading it and the comments that she makes, I'm down on. Will I give it a shot? Yeah, I'll watch it. And as soon as I get that bad taste in my mouth and I'm repulsed by it, I'm going to stop and I'm going to voice my opinion, but I'm going to do it in the way that I do it, and I'm not going to watch it. And I'm not going to watch it. And I'm going to focus on the Star Wars that I do love, the Star Wars that I do like. That's where we're going to go. And that's where we need to go as a fandom. Now, some of you were like, well, cancel Disney Plus and all that and all this. I've got children. We do watch Disney. We watch the old movies and things like that. I'm not going to cancel Disney Plus. I just won't watch The Acolyte if it's not worthy of being watched. So hopefully that Miss Headland and Disney and whatever happens with Lucasfilm as things seem to be changing, hopefully they're taking notes, they're watching videos like this. They're hearing people like Star Wars Theory, especially, because he's the main voice. And if he is saying that, then I hope that they are taking notice, because he is a big voice for the fandom. And he is 100% right on this. 100% right. Let us know what you think. Thank you so much for being here and watching this. We always say it here, guys. We are and you are Echo Base Network, where we and you keep Star Wars alive. We celebrate it. We will always remember why we loved it in the first place. Hope that you guys will come out and see us on Saturday night during our live stream weekly shows, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. We have a great show lined up every weekend. So make sure that you come there, join our member family, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, comment, let us know what you think below. And if you didn't like the video, give us a thumbs down. We'll take it. We can take it. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one.